of our projects, as well as Gen Z in general, is the idea of hope.
It is one quality that transcends borders and cultures. It is a truly global and universal human trait. No matter who you are or where you live, you hope for a better tomorrow for yourself and for the world.
We have collected a series of quotes from many of history's greatest thinkers on the subject of hope.
Hope is a waking dream, Aristotle.
Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning, Albert Einstein.
Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will be as one. John Lennon.
Most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all. Dale Carnegie.
A leader is a dealer in hope, Napoleon Bonaparte.
We have always held to the hope, the belief, the conviction that there is a better life, a better world beyond the horizon, Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Hope is like peace. It is not a gift from God. It is a gift only we can give one another. Elie Wiesel.
At the end of the day, we must go forward with hope and not backward by fear and division. Jesse Jackson.
When I was young, my ambition was to be one of the people who made a difference in this world. My hope is to leave the world a little better for having been there. Jim Henson.
Hope is like a road in the country. There was never a road, but when many people walk on it, the road comes into existence. Lin Yutang.
Hope is necessary in every condition. The miseries of poverty, sickness, of captivity, would without this comfort be insupportable. Samuel Johnson.
Lori wrote, I've got a little problem. I don't know quite how to fix it, but you know me so well. I could never hide anything from you. I don't know where to begin. Well, you see, no, I can't, especially with your mother here. She is so judgmental. Not that that's a bad thing. Well, maybe it is. Wait, why are you with your mother? Didn't you learn anything from our breakup? Ugh, how I always end up criticizing you. Now when I need to talk to you, I bet you are just hoping to get away from me, aren't you?
Cassie wrote, you know what? Never mind. I'm just going to let you go with your mommy, Beatrice said, completely embarrassed by her outburst. I'll, see you. She hid her face that was turning more red by the second and walked back towards the diner. Mom, Victor said, can you just give me a minute? I'll be right back. His mother, still shocked by this entire conversation, gave Victor a blank nod as he chased Beatrice down the busy New York street. After almost being run over by another speeding taxicab, Victor was finally able to stop Beatrice. Okay, look, my mom is not with me. Whatever you want to say, just say it, quickly. Well, Beatrice said, I'm not sure how to put this. The gist is, the landlord is threatening to evict me out of the apartment because there is an issue with the lease. Apparently you were named a tenant in the agreement, and I wasn't on the lease. I'm not really sure about the whole entire thing, it's really complicated. But do you think you can come over one day so we can get this settled out? I guess. Is that really the big problem that you have? Said Victor. Well, there's more to it. Look, I have to get back to Jose. Why don't you come over tomorrow? Said Beatrice. Victor wasn't sure how he was going to be able to get out of this awkward circumstance. I guess. I have dinner at home tomorrow. Beatrice, smirking, said, of course you do. Can't leave Mommy that long, can you? I'll come over before the dinner, I guess, Victor said, ignoring the tone of her obnoxious comment.
Heidi wrote, he turned, shoulders slumped, and began to walk back to the cafe. How is it that she always had this effect on him? How did this one human being seem to have him wrapped up in a web he could never hope to escape? A few feet from the cafe door, his phone buzzed. A text. What now? Victor muttered as he dragged the phone out of his pants pocket. Looking at the screen, Victor blinked his eyes in disbelief. Maybe he was seeing things. Maybe he was hallucinating. Maybe he needed to clean his glasses. Removing the dark squared-off frames from his face, Victor took the edge of his winter scarf and gently rubbed the plastic lenses. Okay, he whispered softly as he repositioned the glasses on his nose. Let's take another look at this. He did. The words swirled around in his mind, echoing off of memories. They burned into his brain.
Robert wrote, the text contains only a handful of words, but the meaning and implications spoke volumes. It read, I still love you. If you saw it into your heart, forgive me, I would take you back in a heartbeat, with or without your mixed match socks. I don't even like baseball. Let's talk. At that moment, Victor realized he had never really wanted to join the French Foreign Legion. He hated conjugating verbs, and the hat looks funny. Is everything all right, his mother said. I do believe it is, he said. I do believe it is.
The end.
That's it.
For our final project this evening, we were invited to videotape ourselves throughout an ordinary day. So, armed with small cameras, several of us recorded our activities from the time we got up in the morning to when we went to bed. They include Camilla in Chile, Bijoy, Ora Wind, and Ramesh in India, and Lori and Kathleen here in Florida. To illustrate and explore both the similarities and differences of our everyday lives, the videos were then edited together into the short film you are about to see.
The rain had started tapping on the window near my bed. There was a loophole in my dreaming, so I got out of it. And to my surprise, my eyes were wide and already open. Just my nightstand and my dresser, where those nightmares had just been. So I dressed myself and left then, out into the gray streets. But everything seemed different and completely new to me. The sky, the trees, houses, buildings, even my own body. And each person I encountered, I couldn't wait to meet. And I came upon a doctor who appeared in quite poor health. I said, there's nothing that I can do for you, you can't do for yourself. He said, oh yes you can, just hold my hand, I think that that would help. So I sat with him a while, then I asked him how he felt. He said, I think I'm cured. No, in fact, I'm sure of it. Thank you, stranger, for your therapeutic smile. So that's how I learned the lesson, that everyone's alone, and your eyes must do some raining if you're ever gonna grow. But when crying don't help, you can't compose yourself, it's best to compose a poem, an honest verse of longing, or a simple song of hope. That's why I'm singing, baby, don't worry, cause now I got your back. And every time you feel like crying, I'm gonna try and make you laugh. And if I can, if it just hurts too bad, then we'll wait for it to pass. And I will keep you company for those days so long and black. And we'll keep working on the problem we know we'll never solve, of love's uneven remainders. Our lives are fractions of a whole. But if the world could remain within a frame, like a painting on a wall, then I think we'd see the beauty. Then we'd stand staring in awe at our still lives posed, like a bowl of oranges, like a story told by the fault lines and the soul.
Bring out our director and filmmaker extraordinaire, Robert Goodrich. So, thank you for being a part of this. This is the time in the show that we want to see if you have any questions for us. This has been a new experience for all of us. It was sort of a branch off of what we've been doing for the past 2 years, but it was very different in working with some very different overseas groups. So, do you have any questions for